random impunity everywhere in Nigeria and equally in the southern part of that particular trading country. Why this is happening? What are our people doing? What are our people doing? I ask again with repeated emphasis. What preparations are we making to make sure that we are not caught unawares? How ready are we to withstand the sudden challenges of the rampaging herdsmen? Every Biafran sleeps right now with one eye closed, one eye open. How long shall we continue to sleep with only one eye open, one eye closed? So, the sooner we take this particular decision, the better for us. Biafrans are very much eager to know what are we to do. To God be the glory that those people who gang up against the Biafran people, against the Igbos, during the 1967-70 are now regretting whatever steps they took against my own people. Biafran people died in Exodus. I have to say that they died in numbers. The very people that tried to kill our people today are facing the music. By way of nemesis, we say, let the music play on. Just like our brother in Japan rightly pointed out 3 days ago in one of his numerous posts, that if God is punishing somebody and you put your hand there to rescue the person, God's punishment will equally descend on you. So, we may have to exercise some elements of degree of sympathy because they are human beings, but there's nothing we can do to save them from the punishment being meted out them by infinite Jehovah through his own messenger, Nemesis. This is a special offense for now. So, dear friends, we have every cause to rejoice because those people that laughed at us during the 1967-70 while we were crying are today crying and we are now laughing. That is the turn of events in nature's adamantine law. Where it starts, there it will end. Whatever you sow, that you shall reap. We continue to tell you, Biafra is spiritual. Igbos are the chosen people of God. Despite every pretense by the Western world, we are the chosen people of God. And anybody that does anything to Biafrans is doing so at his own detriment. That is obvious. We are the blessed of the Lord. We are the chosen people of the Lord. And we make bold, proud to say it. Anybody that does anything against the Biafran people shall indeed live to reap the encompassing nemesis. Take it or leave it, fellow Biafrans. As we move now, let me have the pleasure of introducing members of the Vobi crew, able gentlemen who are here always from time to time to update you with current realities. We are not here for boast. We don't tell you lies. Whatever you tell you, go and investigate. That is why we don't broadcast every day just to please our audience. No, we broadcast once or twice or thrice in a week, provided whatever we are telling you is the true position. From Biafra land, Sonny Bobo, you are welcome to the program. Say hello to fellow Biafrans. If Sonny is not there, Echesna Udeze in Japan, you are welcome to the program. Say hello to fellow Biafrans who are listening.
Hello, Mr. Aikena. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Okay, thank you, my fellow Biafrans all over the world. I thank you once again for joining us today to listen to the broadcast. God bless all of you as we are prepared to enter our promised land in no distant time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Echesna Udeze, for being there with us always. Now, I have to welcome bim-massob right away from Lagos. Bim-massob, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you, Oracle. Good evening, fellow dear friends. You are all welcome to this special edition of our podcast. May the good Lord be with all of us.
Thank you for being with us. I have to welcome equally Valentine Ugodi. Valentine, you are welcome to the program.
Observe this area. Just take a look at the area. I don't think this place is safe. It's safe for us.
Valentine Ugodi. Sunday boy, once you are there, please try and indicate. We are now on the schedule. We are now on the time.
Go close to her and take advantage of
fellow Biafra.
Actually, we take her in. Like say we won't help her.
In Biafra land today, the herdsmen are rampaging. The Boko Haram people are rampaging. Why these people, why these marauders are there rampaging, trying to conquer Biafra land? Some groups in Biafra land are still talking, condemning our elders, the Ohanese group. Instead of making some concerted efforts towards preparing for the rainy day, they continue to shift blame on Ohanese. There are times I begin to wonder, why is it that the children, instead of making ways to move forward, they always try to blame their parents? It is only a lazy child who blames his own father for not doing the father has provided the enabling ground. It is left for the child or the children to build the skyscrapers. But when the child or children leave their own duty, continue to blame their father from time to time, either it is a mark of cowardice or, however, mark of laziness. And this is what we are saying. So, let nobody take this for granted. We are not here anymore to blame Ohanese. Ohanese group is doing what they are supposed to do as our elders, as our parents. We, the children, should devise our own strategy to extricate ourselves from the Nigerian catastrophe. Let us stop blaming Ohanese.
Afternoon, how are you?
Let us stop blaming Ohanese. We repeat, we should stop being stupid. We should stop blaming Ohanese. Ohanese is not blaming Massob. Ohanese is not blaming IPOB. Ohanese is not blaming the Human Rights Initiative. Ohanese is never blaming Zionist movement. Why then must any particular group from day to week, from week to month, and from month to year keep on blaming Ohanese and Igbo? That is arrant nonsense. It is a mark of laziness and cowardice. We should leave our parents alone and do what is needful. We should face the Boko Haram people. We should face squarely the herdsmen. Ohanese is not stopping us from facing the herdsmen of the Boko Haram people. We should stop deceiving ourselves. We have said it again and again. Ohanese is not stopping any group from fighting Nigerian government. Ohanese is not stopping us from achieving our means. When we were contributing money for defense, Ohanese did not stop us. Ohanese did not ask us not to buy arms to defend ourselves. There has never been a time when Ohanese interfered or intervened in the affairs of this particular struggle. Why do we leave what we are supposed to do from day to month, from month to year? We keep on blaming Ohanese and Igbo. Why is it so? Enough is enough. Let every group tell us what they can do for Biafra. Let every group give us the economic blueprint to make sure that in the eventual state of Biafra, we shall be sufficient in food production. Let every group give us their own blueprint on how to develop Biafran technology, Biafran science, everything Biafran, how to document our history. Every group shall tell us the type of society we are going to practice, we are going to live in, as not to make it a repeat of the Sudan and South Sudan. This is what every group is supposed to tell us. This is their duty. Every group owes the Biafran people. And not a situation when we fail in our warlord teachings, we keep on day in day out to blame our parents who did a lot of things to bring us into existence, trained us in the schools, build houses for us, and instead of leaving this our elders to move down to the grave in peace, we continue to disturb their peace. Only a lazy child does this. We should leave Ohanese alone. If you're any group, if you're an individual, if you have nothing, let me repeat, if you have nothing to offer the Biafran people, stop blaming Ohanese. Stop blaming Ohanese and Igbo. Leave these our elders alone to do what they are supposed to do. Stop blaming Ohanese. The question is this: what are we going to do to make sure we checkmate the growing excesses to the herdsmen and the Boko Haram people? This is what we are supposed to do. All this should be our own concentration, our devotion. But to leave all this and continue to blame Ohanese, telling them, do not hold a summit at Enugu, otherwise there will be bloodshed. Which bloodshed? That is madness. Whose blood is going to be shed? All these idiots, let me make both to call them idiots. They say in foreign countries in Europe and America, and they continue to ginger the helpless ones to go into demonstration, to go and confront Ohanese and the military. And while all these ones continue to die, they continue to enjoy their summer in Europe. Enough is enough. We must do something to defend ourselves, but not to blame Ohanese and Igbo.
They should start shedding the blood of herdsmen and Boko Haram instead of our elders. They must stay away from our elders, or we face them because they are the terrorists in our country, in our land today. They should stop threatening our elders for any reason. They should face the enemy and leave our elders alone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have to welcome, of course, very many people are logged on right now. Usman is always watching. Ganiyu Sadiq is there. Wibo Emeka, Paul Javizu, Chinwende Ez, of course, is there. Obes Chinonso, Christopher Strong, Nwabeke, Chukuma Joseph Abaze is there. Caroline Osage, Chinedu Woku, Michael Ibama, Christopher Intabizu, Okechkwezebino, Sunday, Ifeanyi. Vincent Ekene, of course, is there. Vincent Ekene is a member of the crew. One for Ifeanyi Chukwuagbo, of course, is there. I have mentioned Joseph Chukwuemeka Abazie, Anekpeno Iyang, Okechukwu John, C-Square Don, Friday Frank, Stella Onyinimba, Okeke Samuel, Divine Odonka, Omike Cletus, Ezimwa Chinedu, Ndubisi Okafu, Ekene Chukwu Joseph Okeke. Oh, the list is plenty. Prince Nelson is equally there. My screen cannot bring out all of them. All these people already logged on. What we are discussing here this evening is, let us stop blaming Ohanese for our failings, for our weaknesses, for our shortcomings. These our elders are doing their best to protect their children by way of advice. Any group that has nothing to offer their fans should pack and go and stop blaming Ohanese. Day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year to year, they keep on blaming Ohanese. Ohanese is not asking you to, not to storm the Nigerian military formations. If you have the wherewithal to storm the military, Nigeria's military installations, go and do it. Ohanese is not stopping you. After all, your group has contributed the fund. Where are their arms? Purchase their arms, storm Ikeja military cantonment, Ojo military cantonment, A2 division Enugu, 1st Mechanized Division Kaduna, 2nd Mechanized Division Ibadan, 3rd Armored Division Jos. Go and storm all these places. Grab body camp. Then we shall take you serious. If you don't have the military wherewithal to do all these things, despite the fund contributed by your own group, stop blaming Ohaneze. Stop being lazy. Stop being cowardly. Ohaneze is not a stumbling block. Ohaneze is not a square peg in a round hole. There is no way Ohaneze is causing hindrance to you. You have the freedom to do whatever you like, to give us our freedom within 3 months, within 6 months, like you promised. Stop disturbing the peace of Biafra land. Enough is enough. Stop disturbing the peace of Biafra land. Biafra is not summarized or defined in a particular group or individual at all. Biafra is all encompassing. The activities of a particular individual or a particular group can never create or constitute stumbling block to the realization of the Biafra Republic. If any particular group has something behind them, tell us, but we are prepared to face the challenges. Enough is enough. We are telling all these boys and girls who are roaming the streets doing nothing to stop blaming Ohaneze. And the funny part of it is this. Whenever there are challenges in Biafra land from Boko Haram or herdsmen, instead of this particular group of individuals coming to Biafra land to defend us, that will be the time, by sheer coincidence, they will organize demonstrations on the streets of Berlin in Germany, Brussels in what do you call it now? In a place in Belgium, Schiphol in, of course, in Netherlands, Madrid in Spain, Milan in Italy, and host of it. Why do you fix demonstration when the country is facing challenges? When Biafrans are facing extermination, you are demonstrating on the streets of Europe. Why not move them to Biafra land? Why must you be in Europe talking rubbish? Move them to Biafra land and safeguard our people. Stop blaming Ohaneze. This is what we are saying. Enough is enough. We are not here to represent Ohaneze, but truth must be told. One thing with the voice of Biafra International is that we stand on truth, no matter whose ox is God. Ohaneze has not offended anybody. These are our elders, and we must give them that particular respect. Stop blaming Ohaneze for your atrocities. Stop blaming Ohaneze for your failings and cowardly nature. Stop blaming Ohaneze. Ohaneze is not stopping you from carrying out your duty. Give us Biafra. This is what we want, and not boasting day by day. We are tired of all these sanctimonious projections. Tell us what you have. Stop blaming Ohaneze and Igbo. This is what we are saying. We are here to provide solutions. The herdsmen are coming. The Boko Haram people are coming, assisted by the Nigerian military. Of course, as testified by no other person than a retired military general, General Theophilus Danjuma. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Before, when Bobby was talking, they said, no, we were carrying out propaganda because we want our own republic. Today, what is happening? When they killed us at Enugu, when they killed us in Anambra, when they killed us in Ebonyi, when they entered the Delta State, we cried. And they said, no, it is not true because we want Biafra. Today, that particular retributive justice has descended on them, and they are now confessing their age-old atrocities. Biafra shall survive, and Biafra shall always be there. A little bit of Biafra music, and then we call on our speakers to aid their views. Thank you very much. We now go to the members of the crew. Let us share our views. Must we continue to blame Ohaneze while the herdsmen and the Boko Haram are closing up on us? Gentlemen, your views. We are listening. From the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International, we are broadcasting to you live on YouTube, on Facebook, on our own satellite, and every gratitude goes to the bim-massob family under Chief Ralph Owasike's leadership for making it possible for us to be here talking to our people. The floor is open. Over to you.
Hello, Mr. General.
Yeah, I'm in Japan.
Yeah, I thank you for this today's program and topic. I wrote it on Facebook last week and I said it again. I continue wondering what do our youth on Facebook ranting and insulting and attacking our elders, what do they expect from our elders? After our elders had fought and keep our land for us, share their property, their wealth with us, what else do they want from them? Do they expect this elder to keep on changing their pampers, to continue feeding them, or to continue taking care of their own grandchildren? Ndị Igbo sị nọ na abụọ nwa zụcha na nna zụọ nna zụcha nwa zụọ nna, sorry. That's our language. After the father has trained the child, and the child will come back to take care of his father at old age. At the age of 65, 70, 75, 80, they still expect these elders to still protecting and guiding them. When we are small, when we see something dangerous, we call on our father, on our elders to come and help to take it away. And now that we are grown and we are strong, we are expecting our fathers to call us when somebody is calling.
Go on, please, go on.
Now that we have grown up and become strong, we are the one that expected to help our fathers, our elders. I said this in before and I'm repeating it again. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo is for Ndi Igbo. Any Igbo youth has the 100% right to be part of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, to be member of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo.
Yeah, hold on. Let me have the humble pleasure welcoming Dr. Chukwuma back from London. Before you continue, let me welcome Vincent Ekene. Vincent Ekene has always been a member of the first BVI and now Bobby crew. I welcome both of you, and let me inform you of the topic of our discourse this evening. Now, we have different groups agitating for Biafra Republic. And each particular group has their own philosophy or ideology. Now, instead of these groups facing their own ideology, philosophy squarely, they keep on day by day blaming Ohaneze Ndi Igbo for their failings, for their shortcomings, for their predicaments, and even for their atrocities. They see nothing good in Ohaneze, forgetting that these are our fathers, our parents, our elders, who brought us into existence, fed us, sent us to school, hampered us until we came of age. Our parents, our elders have provided enabling ground for us, for the children to now raise their structure. Instead of all these groups to raise their structure by confronting the Nigerian government hands down, they keep on blaming Ohaneze 24 hours. We are aware that Ohaneze is trying to organize a summit of the entire Southeast also, and with the South-South, inclusive Southwest and whatever. A particular group is threatening Ohaneze to forgo that or face bloodshed. What madness, what arrant nonsense. At us we begin to wonder, is Ohaneze constituting a stumbling block, a square peg in a round hole, or what, towards Biafra realization? Is Ohaneze stopping them from storming some military cantonments in Nigeria? Is Ohaneze stopping them from entering Abuja and arresting Muhammadu Buhari? Is Ohaneze stopping them from entering their court and arresting the judge, Vitayak or whatever it's called? We are here to say, enough of this blame game against Ohaneze. Let us tell our people measures we have to adopt to checkmate the growing excesses of the Boko Haram heads and the herdsmen, because it is real. After all, Theophilus Danjuma has said it all. What else are we talking about? Let me take a caller, please, from line and give me a few seconds. Gentlemen, please hold on. Caller online with number ending. Oh, sorry, I've lost him. So, Dr. Gemba, Vincent Tekene, what I have given you is the topic we have today. Let us give Echesna a chance because he was talking. Echesna, back to you. I'll make it brief, please.
Okay, I will come back to you later. I will come back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Gemba.
Yeah, I have said it. Let the youth who are willing to work for Igbos come out and join Ohaneze. If they feel that what Ohaneze is doing is wrong, let them take over from them. That is what we are made for.
That is true.
That's what we are created for. Except if I said it before, except if you went to Ohaneze and they rejected all the Igbo youth not to join them, then we understand that Ohaneze is a secret court. You have to go there and take over. Let me make this thing clear for us. Our youth are being so lazy these days. They are looking for who to blame for all their mistakes, errors, and problems. Today, I didn't find it difficult to see a youth joining even a kindred meeting, Omonam's meeting. Igbo meetings, wherever they are, they can never. Or they will be going around, they will start out of the meeting and continue blaming everybody in that meeting, calling them names. If you ask them to come and join the meeting to bring down their suggestion to solve the problem, they will never come. They will never join the meeting. All they will be going around is to blaming this person, blaming that person, and blaming the other person. Like as I was saying before, what are these youth expected from our elders who we are supposed to be taking care of? What are they expecting from them? Yeah, the field is open for everybody. The herdsman is there killing you. You are planning to shed blood with your Ohaneze. Why not shed the blood with the herdsman?
Exactly. Thank you very much for saying that. Thank
Why
you so
not
much.
shed the blood of your enemy? You want to shed the blood of your fathers. I ask you again. Who are these Igbo elders? They are my father and your father. They are my parents and your parents. If Iken grandfather is not evil and stupid, if Eshino's father is not evil and stupid, who are these stupid elders? Who are these foolish elders? Can any of these useless youth come up and say that and show us his father as one of the useless elder in Igbo land? These people have been using this thing to destroy our culture and our tradition, because in our land we don't insult elders
at all.
It's an abomination. Igbo people say that a child doesn't tell his father that he takes lie. Instead, you will tell your father, Father, reason well with this matter. Think well. ihe iburuche denekwe ya nene. Ndị Igbo sị na nwata na-asị nne ya mmadụ nọ, you can't tell your mother to sit well. Instead, you tell your mother that somebody is looking for her. She will stand up and dress her clothes well. Instead of, because once you ask your mother to sit well, it means you have seen something that you're not supposed to say. These people are bringing calamities and curses upon themselves, but they don't know. Insulting elders, the penalty of insulting elders is early death. Bible made it clear. Respect your parents respect your parents and your elders for your life to be long, for you to live long life. You see this youth dying at the age of 2022, they're shooting them. You think because they're shooting them because of Biafra? No, it's because they are going beyond the law of the land. They are stepping on the elders who has white hair. That's why they could never live to see white hair. What have our elders done to these people? Have this elder asked you not to go out and use your gun to destroy Nigerian military? After all, you contributed defense fund, which that money has not been accounted for today. Why not hold that person you get this money responsible? Why elders? Do you give any money to an NZ to buy weapons? Do you give them money to train armies? What have you done? What have you contributed to the life of those elders? The elders should be talking about how to build house, how to buy car for them and get them drivers to be carrying them around. Are the elders you are?
Yeah, please, let me welcome to the studio right now one of our sisters, our wife, is a German, a diplomat, but married to a Biafran. She speaks Igbo like you and I do. Sylvia Ogudoro. Sylvia Ogudoro is a frontline Biafran activist, well grounded in diplomacy, and over the years, he has been doing her best to make sure that we garner international support in this our particular struggle. Sometime last year, Sylvia Ogudoro was our guest speaker. So in the coming days or weeks, she will equally be with us once again. And in our mission of diplomacy, she is always in the front line. So she is online right now, and I give her a welcome. So Sylvia Ogudoro, where you are right now, in northern part of Germany, members of the Voice of Biafra International Crew and the Vobi itself and the members of the bim-massob family are telling you are welcome to the program. Just now go on, make it brief. Yeah, just now go on. Okay, now maybe I've lost him. Vincent, for some time you have been lost in action. Maybe it's due to numerous activities. Right now, we are having you online once again, and we are indeed grateful that you are back to the fold. Mr. Tekene, you heard what I introduced as our topic for the day, where some people keep on blaming our parents, our elders, our Ohanese for their failings. When the Boko Haram people are there, telling Ohanese if they should hold any summit at Enugu, there will be bloodshed. And we keep on wondering, if they have the wherewithal to cause bloodshed in Biafra land, our own people, why don't they channel this maximum materials or whatever against the herdsmen? This is what we are saying. Listen, Tekene, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. I'm very sorry I've not been participating for a long time, but I do listen to the program I don't think I've not missed it so much. I do listen to the program due to certain circumstances. I couldn't contribute coming to the live program. The issue we are treating today is a very wonderful one. I read that today in a newspaper, I think Sun newspaper Vanguard, about what these people say, the IPOB by Nnamdi Kanu. You know, I want our people to understand when we talk about youth, these people saying these things, they are not Biafran youths. These are criminals trained by Nnamdi Kanu. These people do not represent our character. They do not represent good things about us. Because when people look at it, they say youth, Biafran youth, they think that is the totality of Biafran youth. These are criminals trained by Nnamdi Kanu. And I begin to wonder, you see, this has been the practice of these people, shifting blame from one person to another. First of all, they say, Nnamdi Kanu has promised a lot of things. From 2003, Biafra will come 2004, and they continue to shift blame and tell lies. They say Wazuruki is holding Biafra, and once Wazuruki died, Biafra will come. And you see, these people, you realize that these are lies. Their foundation, they lay the foundation on lies, propaganda, and abuses. Now tell me, what do you expect from these people, this youth from Nnamdi Kanu camp? What do you expect from them? Nnamdi Kanu taught them what they are doing, not to have respect for elders. He taught them how to lie. He taught them how to abuse people. And they learned this thing from. And that's why I told some people last time that the harm Nnamdi Kanu caused to Biafran struggle will take years to eradicate. Because these are the people I should to.
Yeah, go on, please. Sorry, somebody was trying to join. Go on. Go on.
So I asked myself, is it that threatening Ohaneze? And they forgot that we contributed defense fund to them. And they stood and don't see today. They have not counted for these millions we contributed. Because all of us contributed this money. And they started to accuse us of being Wazuruki boys. And this what it pains me much that these people have no agenda for Biafra actualization.
At all. They don't have.
From what they're doing, someone can notice that these people, they don't want Biafra actualization at all. Because if Biafra comes, that means their dubious way will end. The way they steal money from people will end. And so they like this confusion, they like this problem to continue in order to continue to enrich themselves. Because no reasonable human being will tell me that what these people are doing, that it is a way of getting Biafra. I have asked these people, what is your aim? What is your plan? Because if I want to do something, I have a plan. If I want to build a house, I have a plan. What is the plan for these people? They have no simple plan. Their plan is only lies, abuse, assassination of character, stealing. And these are touts. Nnamdi Kanu breeded. He breeded criminals in our society. This man destroyed the morality of our land. That young people will come up and begin to insult the elder. That is abomination. That's unimaginable.
Honestly, it's abomination. It's unimaginable. I've never seen. In Yoruba land, they don't abuse their elders. In Arawa Republic, they don't abuse their elders. Except in Igbo land. Because IPOB trained a bunch of groups, criminals, to insult our elders. Day by day, Ohaneze. Day by day, Ohaneze. Go on, please, Vincent.
Yeah, it's so disheartening because today they are blaming Ohaneze. I tell you, tomorrow, if anybody talk, in fact, even you, if you organize something now and say that you are organizing a conference for Prince of Biafra, they will attack you. They say, oh, Iken has gone to Buhari to collect money. So it's that these people, anything progressive, they attack it.
Exactly.
These people have no motive. Anything progressive, they attack it. And you ask yourself, why are these people against anything progressive? The single reason is that they are criminals. They are feeding fat from the ignorance of our people. We contribute money, they eat it and begin to threaten us. You see that money, I will continue to tell them, this money they collected from us, collected from innocent people, this money will punish their generation because they will suffer for all this atrocity they have committed and they continue to commit in our land. Let me give other people a chance to contribute.
Yeah, exactly. What you said is true indeed. Even while we are here talking, some of their members are writing rubbish. We know them very, very well. And we are not regretting any statement. Don't forget that when this Voice of Biafra International was set up by Chief Wazirike, the bim-massob family, they were crying. Oh, we wanted to attack them. Bobby was meant to block Biafra actualization and what have you. Bobby is collecting money. And I told them point blank, if you people want us to delve into destructive propaganda, I am equal to the task. If they want us to destroy ourselves with, vile language, I am well made. If they want us to dance naked in the public using semantic English, I am an apostle. And I gave them that warning them that I majored in propaganda when I was writing my master's dissertation in the University of Lagos. And I am prepared to roll it out to tell them what I have in stock. I think they are wise enough. They didn't utter a word. We are here to state the truth and nothing but the truth. We are not attacking any individual, but against a particular negative ideology or philosophy of eternally blaming Ohaneze and Igbo. If you have nothing to offer Biafrans, tell us you don't have anything, and we shall excuse you instead of causing distraction year in, year out. Uche Diji, you are there. Sonny Bobo, you are there. Ume Maslis, you are there. The floor is open. Make your contributions, please.
Yeah, thank you, Oracle. I think it didn't start today. That has always been just like this again said. Whatever progressive you see, they always attack it. And the reason is not far-fetched. It's just because they don't have any good intention for Biafra.
Sorry, don't even forget, apart from attacking any good intentions, wherever and whenever any other group succeeds, they'll go and put their signposts. They will go there and put their signposts. That is their nature.
Yes. Because they are fraudulent people.
That is what they do.
When
you do something and succeed, before they don't put their signposts.
When they attack and see that they are not succeeding, they will then claim glory for what they didn't actualize. That has always been their system. So if they see any positive, maybe any progress that has been made without their notice, because they are always looking for ready-made.
Exactly.
Each time they see already made, they will claim to be the architect.
Food is ready. Come and eat. Food is ready. Come and eat.
So we all know that empty vessel makes the loudest noise, and that is why you always see them. That is why it always seems as if they succeed in what they are doing, but the long run, they discover that they are not succeeding. Instead, they are destroying themselves more and more. They only succeed in fooling those who don't have truth in them. Because anybody that has truth in him or her, we always truth attracts truth, and falsehood attracts falsehood. Anybody that has falsehood in him or her, we always believe in what they are doing, and to a very large extent, they succeeded at terrorizing people to the extent that people decided to shrink to their shells to avoid assassinating their character, the personality they built for a very long time. So they will just decide to stay clean. And there's because of that, they thought that will be the best tactics for them. They will try to silence people because people have already known them to be the kind of people that will always tarnish your image, your personality, and every other thing. So they try to avoid them. But I thank God for the platform of Bobby that has given a whole lot of people the opportunity to air their view. Even when they try to attack them, you see some of us trying to give them back what they they're looking for. Just like you said that whatever they want to give them where they need. So that is just the thing. Like Kenneth said, Nnamdi Kanu breeded them, and that is his pattern. But I just pray God that they will begin to realize these things that have been happening of recent, may it continue to happen more and more, so that some of them will begin to realize themselves. As a matter of fact, may it begin to happen to those of them that those watch the followers of Nnamdi, so that they will begin to realize that in actual sense they've just entered their one chance people. So, and attacking Ohaneze, the reason that they try to attack Ohaneze, just like Ekene said, these people don't want the struggle for Biafra to come to an end. Because if it happens to come to an end, that will be end of business for them. Because there won't be anybody that they will go to again. They won't have any other story to tell the people to deceive them into contributing money for them. Even now, I don't know how to what extent they are now getting money. That is why you see them being all manner of rallying and shows all over Europe in order to see if they can some people they can still deceive into contributing money for them. So, but God is so wonderful that it's not even giving them any longer time, because the way things are just going. I don't know how long they will still have to fool the ones that are fooling. Instead, those that have been fooled for long are beginning to realize their mistakes and coming back. So I thank God for that. And if they don't have any agenda, any program for Biafra, there's nothing we should expect from them. We should only be praying for God to continue to expose them and reveal more things to them, so that by reveal more things to them by way of letting them understand that the Biafra they're talking about is already with us, so that they will just have no other option than to suspect and begin to lick their wounds. So that is just the little I want to contribute for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ome Maslinos from Lagos. And we must warn all these misguided elements. Ohaneze must hold the summit at Enugu, come rain, come shine. Ohaneze Ndigbo must hold the summit. Any attempt by any individual, by any group to disrupt that particular summit shall meet with stiff resistance, and the consequences shall be volcanic. Let us warn. If you're a father, hold their child. If you're a mother, hold their child. If both of you are parents to any particular child or children, hold their children. If you allow your misguided children to disrupt Ohaneze summit at Enugu, come whenever it is, nobody should be blamed for any dire consequences. And we make bold to state this. Remember, when they threatened to disrupt Anambra election, we gave them the warning through Voice of Biafra International. And we stood our ground, and we were determined to carry it out to the letter. We don't boast. Far be it from us. We don't boast. We don't threaten anybody. We state the facts as they are. We warned them prior to Anambra election that any attempt to disrupt that election, the consequences will be enormous. And I thank them, the imbibed elements of wisdom, and they stayed at home. This time around, we are repeating that. Any attempts, quote us, quote Voice of Biafra International, any attempt to disrupt Ohaneze summit, let that particular individual or group of individuals prepare a particular confinement to harbor them for the next 1 year. We are not talking for Ohaneze, but we are saying this idea of blaming Ohaneze for all our atrocities, all our failings, all our shortcomings, and what have you, must come to an end. Our parents have tried for us. They brought us into life, into existence. They fed us when we were nothing, from the spirit germs to what we are today. They harbored us or they housed us. They gave us their land. Today it is left for us to build. Our parents, our elders are not stopping us from challenging the herdsmen, challenging the Boko Haram people. They are not stopping us. They are only saying, my child, my children, war means death. I wouldn't like to die before you. Do not fight. This is what they are saying. So, but if you think you can go and fight the war and come back, move on. Those of you who read Things Fall Apart, Onoka was a lazy man, of course, but he had a very brazen son, Okonkwo. Even though Onoka didn't want Okonkwo to move out as not to be injured, Okonkwo took the laws in his hands and moved out and fought the wars for Omofia. Today he is remembered as a legendary personage in that particular literary terrain. Let IPOB ignore the elders and move on and fight our wars and bring us Biafra in 3 months like they have always promised us. Stop blaming Ohaneze. Stop blaming your father. Stop blaming your mom. Stop blaming your elders unless you are a lazy child. Unless you are a lazy child. We are tired of all this rubbish. You collected money from people to purchase arms to fight our wars. Up till now, nothing to show for it. And I'm talking about restructuring. Why then did you allow some young boys and girls to be killed? If you were not prepared for any military showdown, why did you expose our young boys and girls to be killed? We are not here to review your atrocities, but if you give us the go-ahead, we'll tell you more. What we are saying is, tell us what you can do for Biafra. Give us your policy, your blueprint on technology, science, agriculture, and what have you. Even sports. Good enough. Right now, the sports fiesta under bim-massob is still on. Tell us what you have done to accommodate Biafrans and not this blame game year in, year out. That is madness. Let me make it abundantly clear. If they would want us to go into propaganda to destroy whatever remains of us, we are equal to the task. I am a disciple in that field. Enough is enough. Let us come together and achieve Biafra. Let us come together and fight the Boko Haram, the herdsmen. They are everywhere. Jeffrey Danjuma, retired general, has already said it. These people mean business. Let us come together as not to be taken unawares. This is what we are saying, and not Ohaneze this or Ohaneze that. Uche Digi, are you with us?
Yes, my able moderator, I'm right here with you.
Thank you very much. Please, before you say something, so that say, okay, the caller has stopped. Go on, Uche Digi. What do you have to say? Must we continue to blame Ohaneze? Why the herdsmen are trying to kill all of us? Uche Digi.
Thank you. Thank you once again, my moderator, Ikenna Egono. Thank you. And I extended my Easter greeting to all Biafrans all over the world. Friends and well-wishers, I greet you, and the enemy of Biafrans who are listening, who are engaging only in intimidating others, or trying to embarrass others, or trying to insult Biafrans who mean business. I am here to acknowledge you all. This is Uche DJ speaking from Ghana. My able moderator, I will not forget to send my heart greeting or Easter wishes to our able leader Ijele Ndibo and all the commanders and all the prime minister of Biafrans all over the world. I'm saying you are welcome today. And what you are discussing, of course, some of them have nothing to convince Biafrans. You know, I am telling you honestly speaking, the reason for Boko Haram today in Nigeria is because those people who are only depending in Sharia have nothing to convince the people around them. They have no single evidence to convince others. They have no word to convince others. They are very lazy. They cannot be able to work hard to convince others to follow them, their steps. This is the only reason why they are moving around, killing and insulting, embarrassing the public. This is the reason why the United Nations tag them terrorists, because they are lazy people and embarrassing people. And they struggle. You will see the same attitude in our brethren, those whom we call our brethren. They have to come up like Satan in heaven, whom God has pushed away out of the heaven. You know, when you think about Satan, you think about also these terrorists and good citizens of the state. I must confess to you, if God Almighty cannot be able to allow Satan to be with him, there is no need for we human beings to allow terrorists to live with us. I must tell you the truth. And these same people who have been going around only attacking our elders, only trying to invoke violence in our land, they are nothing more than these terrorists. So they have adopted the same behavior they have focused on, only insulting, only thinking on what, I mean, someone asked them one day that it's like when they dream, when they wake up, they begin to think that what they dream is reality. Maybe they are even suffering from malaria or typhoid. And when they wake up, they begin to be misbehaved. So this is the thing these people have been doing that is even contradicting the struggle. Tomorrow, they tell you they are non-violent. Next tomorrow, they tell you, oh, they are going to carry gun. And when you go after them to arrest them, they tell the international media, oh, they are non-violent. Now you begin to wonder what type of human being is these people. Are you sure that these people are true Igbo people? Are you sure that these people are true Biafrans? Are you sure that these people are not agents of darkness, are not paid by our enemies? Because when you tell people, you go out and boast it, that indeed within 3 months you are going to give them this, and they refuse to question you if you are holding what they are, what you are boasting of. in your pocket. When these people refuse to ask these questions, you're beginning to ask both their leaders, both their followers, if they are already paid people. These are the same people who were even abusing us far back earlier 19 years ago when the struggle started. These are the same people who have been abusing us, but they have upgraded and restructured in a way making of Biafra. Because I must tell you, they have been abusing us since 19 years ago when they are telling people, do not mind these people, they are jobless, do not mind these people, they are Okada riders, do not mind these people. They are wheelbarrow pushers today because we have conquered them in agitation and trying our possible best to respect our leader and our elders. They see that indeed we have conquered them, both those the Pharaoh himself who tried to intimidate us by burning some of our properties, by arresting our leaders in many ways. They have seen that indeed, as Christ was victorious today, after all the embarrassment, after all the insults, after all the allegations, Christ was victorious today. That is how bim-massob indeed, under the leadership of Chief Dr. Rafa that is how he conquered them. Now Satan have restricted that. How to make sure that he win a soul. Today Satan is moving around promising people. I must tell you today, if you go around, you will be seeing some sample telling you that they are going to make you a millionaire. Satan is moving around trying to use some material things, trying to use a boastful word to convince people to come under their canopy, to put people under their cage when they know that this Satan is powerless. There is nothing like obedience, which is greater. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. Without this humility, we cannot be able to achieve greatness. Once these people have been focused on distraction against Biafra, they have nothing to contribute. I must tell you, they have nothing to contribute, only to insult any person, any group of people who come up to think about the way out. When you are thinking about Biafra, as we are thinking about Biafra, why can't them allow Ohanes and people to think about Igbo? Why can't them allow those who believe in Nigeria or something like that to be thinking on how to develop for their area where they are located? Can they stop you? Before them, we have even formed the struggle. So why is it that you want to torment every person that do not agree with you by force, by intimidation, and by threatening? They moved down to Sahara Report Television to threaten the war. They moved down to Thailand, the radio of Thailand, to intimidate the war. When they moved down to United States of America to make an interview to intimidate people and to try to brainwash people that they are going to fight. And when the time comes, all of them disappear. This is what we do not want. Thank you. I am stated.
Thank you very much, Uche Diji. You have spoken with passion, and we quite understand all you have said. What we are here informing our people is this: if you are an individual, if you are a particular group, if you have any blueprint, anything you have for us to achieve Biafra, tell us and stop this blame game. Stop blaming Ohaneze. Ohaneze has done nothing wrong. If you don't have anything to offer, tell us you don't have anything to offer. We shall excuse you and you go home in peace. But to keep on disturbing the peace of Biafra land by this ceaseless reprimand against Ohaneze. It's quite appalling. It's an abomination. Don't insult your elders, no matter the degree of misunderstanding. Oh, no, now the very committing to the Africa no zone. Can what a young guy because on abroad or not to say abroad, not whether an elderly, the eldest person, the oldest person in that particular village, it was in the whole community. Whether it's a this man was 100 and something years. At certain age, elders, old people behave like children. Or whether it's this oldest man in the community, what happened? What a child at the lava. This man I got no you one no lorolie one where do. Two, the man don't I cannot charge this man in Italy. Yeah, no stroke. When stroke, now I can't hold the card there. This oldest man in Italy. Where okay, I drove the man I got no you what. I'm going to say that when Herica tradition. We have our tradition, but as we shall not, use to compromise Christianity. No. What we are saying here is this: stop abusing the elders, stop insulting our elders. Even if they make mistakes, let us correct them. There is no father who would expect his son to go to war. It is the son who would decide to go to war and bring back heads of generals. We are looking for people who will give us the head of John the Baptist on a platter of gold. They should stop making noise. Ohaneze this, Ohaneze that. Ohaneze sige taego, or siga telego. Ohaneze sige buy arms or have Asla arms. Ohaneze sige I leave the herdsmen to continue to intimidate us or Boko Haram. In what way has Ohaneze stopped you? Tell us the truth. Enough is enough. We are here deciding how do we checkmate the growing excesses of the herdsmen that are everywhere, as testified by Tefus Danjuma, retired general. This is what we are here for today. Dr. Gemba, are you online with us right now? Hello,
can you hear?
Yes,
can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Clear.
Okay. Now, I want to be specific. I had a little bit of the introduction, but I want you to be specific. Name. What group are we talking about here? Because that's what group? Which group are we talking about here?
Thank you very much.
I know.
Dr. Gemba, a few days ago, Ohaneze Ndibo announced a summit in Enugu coming in the days or weeks to come. Coming in the days or weeks right now. And in this particular summit, South is invited, Southwest invited, North Central invited. And the purpose for this particular summit is to iron out some issues and find a resolution to our numerous conflicts. And as elders, they have their views, they have the opinions to share with us, to advise us. It is left for us, their children, to accept or to, like Okonkwo, it is fall apart, go out to fight the enemies. Mbanda. But IPOB stroke RBL Limited issued a statement threatening Ohaneze to share that particular summit, or else there will be bloodshed. We are saying, if they have the wherewithal to cause bloodshed in Biafra land, in Igbo land, what stops them from using the same thing to checkmate the growing excesses of the herdsmen? This is what we are here for this evening, Dr. Gemba, in summary.
Anyway, thank you very much. Because as I said, I don't even know where to start. And I don't even know whether it is actually necessary to give this amount of airtime to this type of
Yes, we have to because our children are involved.
Okay.
There's someone they stay in Europe and America and ginger these children to go out and demonstrate and they are killed. So we owe them responsibility to call them to order.
Remember, it is this same called limited company, IPOB Limited. Let us be specific. IPOB Limited and the RPL Limited, the two joint venture or limited companies that have been spitting fire since shall I say 2004, 2005, saying all unsayable things, doing all sorts of threats. Some of them are beginning to haunt them. Is it not the same RPL Limited and IPOB Limited that said that gave 31st of December 2014, that is when Nigeria expired. After that, is it not the same IPOB that said that if A didn't happen, B will happen? Is it not the same IPOB that have been doing all sorts of threats? Is it not the same IPOB that called for money for arms? And the Biafran people all over the world contributed money for arms. Where are these arms? Now, is it for the past 1 year or for as long as I can remember, Hausa herdsmen and Fulani people have been threatening the life and property and the peace and tranquility of all the Biafran people, different nations and nationalities within Biafra. Where has this limited company been and the money, the arms they bought? So they did not use the money and the arms they bought to cause bloodshed among the Hausa Fulani people, threatening our people. They have not used that same arm to chase away the Nigerian army that they invited into Biafra land. Now, it is now our own people that they want to use the arm, if at all they have any, to threaten heaven and earth. Why I said that we should not take them serious, we should not even give them enough airtime, wasting our time on this, is this. He who shouts, wolf, 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 ago, 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 when there is no ago. When the time ago gets there, it's always ago, 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 I don't know about it, always call the chairman, and in the process. By the way, who is this IPOB and the Radio Biafra Limited? Who are they? On Facebook, on the ground, on different platforms in the social media? Who are they? Who is their leader? Where are they? My name, my address, my telephone number is not hidden. Everybody knows it. They want Google Chukwumeke by Facebook. My telephone number is there. You could call me, threaten me. I will text you my address. Then come after me. I'm not going to do a good order. Also, Nama. So, by the way, that's number one. Number two, this same IPOB, are they not aware that a group called Southern Nigeria has organized meetings? One was held in Ibadan. One was held in Enugu sometime last year. Sometime this year, the same group held a meeting in Makurdi or somewhere in Benue State. And that the same group are also planning another meeting to take place somewhere in Port Harcourt, either sometime this year. And the topic is the same. One of them is called Handshake Across the Niger. Where was the IPOB and the Radio Biafra Limited? Why didn't they threaten them? What is the difference between the subject matter of convening this meeting and the group of people they invited to attend this meeting? What is the difference between the subject matter of all the groups that have been meeting, both at closed door and open door, with that of Ohaneze? Where was Radio Biafra Limited and IPOP Limited and their leader when these other meetings took place? Why didn't they challenge them? IPOP Limited and Radio Biafra Limited, ndị iwu ike ha na-adị n'ụlọ ma ike ha dị n'ama. Is that it? Well, let us talk about it, but honestly speaking, it's not worth talking about, because I don't say that it is the same hot air they have been blowing since as long as you can think about that, as long as those listeners can remember, it is the same hot air. That's no different. Listen, they have lost. One thing you should understand is this: they have lost topic of discussion. Now, so what is wrong? Well, let them continue. Remember, you have just told us the story of somebody who went ahead to insult an elder, and what the person got in return. Fair enough. Let him continue. And as you said, the irony of the whole thing is that the ginger, what is the word? The people instigating this so-called bloodshed, they are not in Nigeria. They are not going to be part of it. None of their relation is involved. None of their relation has been involved. None of their relation will be involved. It is criminal. It is unforgivable for someone to stay thousands and thousands of miles away and instigate war. People will be killed. By the way, the lives of thousands of people that have died under the instigation of IPOB and Radio Biafra, their blood will be in the head of their leaders, those who instigated that bloodshed that resulted to the death of our innocent people, needless. Yes, freedom fighters will die in the process of fighting for freedom, but not in a stupid, foolish way. Not in a way that is you send people out on the streets to go and die. Bloodshed, what? With what? How are you going to do it? If you have not done it before, what makes you think that they can do it now? So, my brother, this is a distraction, and I don't want us to be distracted. All over the world, not just in Nigeria, in the United Kingdom here, people are meeting, hobnobbing, sharing ideas, rubbing minds, trying to find a way out of the quagmire we are in Nigeria. To find out a way to solve the problem, the problem that is Buhari and his Fulani community created in Nigeria. Now, in all these meetings, it is not only among Igbo people or among Biafrans alone. Everybody across the country, even some of the ones I attend here, people from Southern Kaduna, they do attend it. People from Benue, they do attend it. Everywhere, people are coming together, thinking the best way to solve problems that is happening in our land. Yes, I want to be Biafra. There are different options available to us. So those who are talking about war, about shedding blood, whose blood are they going to shed? Where were they when the Nigerian army was at home confronting? Where were they? Why didn't they come out to shed blood? So I don't know what else to say. It's just rather unfortunate that we are being distracted instead of us to think strategically, to know and plan how to go about this thing. In freedom fighting, everything is allowed, including compromising. We have to. When people talk about politics, they say, "Oh, we are not politicians." No, freedom fighting is politics. Freedom fighting is politics. You cannot divorce it from political issues because at some point it has to be resolved on a negotiating table. And what is negotiating table? It is give and take. You must compromise. You must give in here and receive there, or take from here and remove this and add in order to achieve success. Biafra will be achieved in one form or another, sooner or later. But it has to be done in a proper way. There is a process that has to be followed, and it must be followed. I don't want to be distracted. For limited companies, I don't know, they have run out of money. They are now trying to find another way to generate more money, so that more money will be contributed to them. More money will be contributed to them, because for the past how many years they know that their lives are catching up with them, and now they want to rebrand their life so that they will make more money to continue their life. At some point, they will stop themselves, and nobody will stop them. I will hold fire for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Egemba from London. King Jong-un II is North Korea's henchman. Over the years, he has been launching missiles, testing missiles to the chagrin of the international community, threatening their neighbors. At a point, American President, the no-nonsense man, Donald Trump, decided to teach him a lesson. Of course, America was prepared to erase North Korea from the surface of the earth. But this man saw reasons and pulled himself down. Last week, he was in China to discuss with Chinese president what steps to follow. And the Chinese man told him, look, you cannot confront America. Let us be honest to ourselves. You cannot confront America and succeed. Of course, the Pentagon, when Pentagon was giving military briefing to Donald Trump, they said, in the event of any war, America is going to finish North Korea, but the consequences will be devastating. Look at that language. The consequences will be enormous. It will be devastating on the civilian population. So, because of this, the leaders, reasoned otherwise. And they're now coming to a conference table. Kim Jong-un II was in China a few days ago. He's now back to North Korea. End of this month, he'll be meeting American President Donald Trump for them to resolve everything amicably. This is diplomacy. That is why you say it's politics. Now, when we keep on threatening our people, where do we go in the event of any eventuality? This is the problem. We are tired of all these things. Enough is enough. We are tired of this blowing the trumpet and every time. Toothless bulldogs. Don't forget that during the Crimean War, British soldiers went to battlefield with umbrella. Soldiers going to battlefield with umbrella because they were fearing rainfall. I see IPOB as those soldiers who would enter the battlefield with umbrella. Forget noise making. Let us come back and think what we do to checkmate the growing excesses of the herdsmen. Boko Haram is backing them. The Nigerian government is backing them. We don't have the wherewithal to fight a war. Okay, Legodanya. Operation Python dance. How about my people name what he had Shigandami. How would I Sandani? Aja, na Sandani Aja. Onya Bibu AK-47 armored tank. A rapid Nasia. Na Webro. We're a broken bottle. Uroshishi. Aganibo Habadoshi. Na Bandani. Oh my God. You shouted hammer. How do you tell me they are human beings? What were the consequences? Many able-bodied boys and girls were leveled down. Leveled down. And the dramatic persona escaped 2 days before the invasion. The dramatic persona escaped 2 days before the invasion with his own parents. Allowed children of the poor to die. Breadwinners to die. Your parents are there in a chartered apartment somewhere in Omaya, and they are insulting other people's parents. Let us remember that whatever you sow, that you shall reap, and the consequences shall be enormous. Sorry, Bobo, are you online with us? Sorry, Emmanuel. Or Valentine Ugoji, you are there from Port Harcourt. Of course, Chijoke is in Lagos.
Yeah, I'm there.
Hello.
Yeah, who's addressing us? Please tell us who's addressing us because things are not done.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel calling from Biafra.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. So the issue is that
don't forget, of course, Chigozie Egwogu is writing, is saying we should not wrestle with any pig because it will enjoy the game. So why we would not enjoy it? All he saying, we should leave IPOB in their madness. Whatever they reap, they must surely repeat manifold. This is the message from Chigozie Egwogu. Back to you, Sonny.
okay, thank you, my brother. So the issue is that these IPOB people, it is the best time for all our people to realize that they are out there against the Biafran struggle. Right from the original time they started, now look at the way they have been going. They were threatening to break down, and they promised to finish every Nigeria, that somebody will like a desert compare what he will do to Nigeria. You understand? And at the end of the day, he could not be able to do anything. That is a statement he used to defraud his victims by collecting money for arms. At the end of the day, he will not do anything. So the issue is that these people are out there. In fact, the federal government is using them against their Biafran struggle because of their activity and the way they carry out their thing against the struggle. What has Ohanese happened to you? Can't you leave Ohanese alone? Anything they like, let them do. But at the end, they let them realize what they're doing. See, the issue of struggle doesn't base on one aspect. They may keep on doing their own. They don't care. The most important thing is that we have focus to actualize Biafra. Trying to go and shed blood, we promise to kill Wodu and make sure that we kill all the whole Southeast governors. Empty threats. Because I know it's empty threats. But sometimes people should be careful the way they talk. Because all these things, they will think, okay, the other day, some of our people are saying, let us reconcile, and I was saying, to reconcile with them, have they realized that to actualize Biafra is a peaceful means. Now, if you allow this kind of people to merge with you, with all this attitude, where do you think that you will end up? The issue is that, that's why I said that everyone will not be given to them like that to come. Rather let them go and make a dance of their size, like the prodigal son. Let them repent from their sin. Because every time, each time, anytime, any day, they keep on going against their past struggle by making empty threats. Tomorrow, if they got in terror, they will begin to complain. So that you really want to promise to finish everybody. What does that mean? That you will level everybody, you will shed blood, you will shed blood. Is it a necessary word that's supposed to come out from the mouth of a freedom fighter? So we know they have been already know they are empty. Even those ones arrested the last time after one of them is going, nobody is going for them for their release. Many of their members are being detained today in Nigerian prisons. None is going for their release. They don't even have a welfare for their members. Rather, somebody will be at one place, they will be contributing money to them, and the so-called their leaders will be eating the money. So the issue is that let us avoid these people. Let us take the fact that they have been given empty threat right from day one. So we should not allow them to distract us in our program again.
We should focus on the better thing because they are agents of the federal government going against their struggle. That is the theory about it. They are working against Biafra struggle. Every of the activities and action is going contrary to the actualization of Biafra. As the agent of federal government, let us evaluate. I don't know you are going to attack our nation or what happened. Why should you go and attack them? Even when they are doing their mistake, allow them to do their mistake, but one day they must realize their mistake. They are in position to go and kill the police. Are they the problem to actualize Biafra? Are they the reason why Biafra is not coming? See, you see, these are people who don't have focus, who are business, people who don't have agenda. They are only there to put confusion, to create problem. That is what they are there for. And that is that they don't always make it, they will do this, they will do that. This won't happen. If any of their members is stopped, they will wipe out in Nigeria. 500 times, everybody run away and they make their members get killed. Still, nothing is happening. So we should not allow them to distract us again. Let them know the number of themselves. They have to stand there, and it is known to us that their leader is being fought by the federal government. That is why every of his words and actions is going contrary to the Biafran actualization. So they are working for federal government. In everything they do, they are working for federal government. That's my point of opinion on that. They are working, they are against our Biafran restoration. That is what they are doing this way. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much. You know, you're a freedom fighter. You only think of the political angle and not otherwise. If we have Biafra today, let us ask ourselves, are we going to import food from somewhere? What efforts have these people made towards our Biafra's agrarian policy? Last year, Massob displayed various species of agro products from bim-massob farms. They harvested large tubers of yam, cassava, plantain, banana, different types of fruits. The essence was to make Biafra food sufficient in case of any eventuality. Because if we depend on food importation, the possibility of being poisoned cannot be ruled out. Even Professor Chilede Abodike, who was here with us last month to address us on the essence of going to the farms. There was a professor, he's always every day in the farm, making sure, he calls it foodism, that we shall have abundance instead of using our resources to be importing food. Because any nation that keeps importing food is doomed. Their currency shall not have any value. How could we be importing and importing? Tell me, what efforts has this IPOB made to go into agriculture? Think of technology. The same last year, the bim-massob family displayed technological know-how. Young boys, talented boys and girls were able to display their manufacture, their inventions. It's a question of giving them some incentives, encouragements, and these boys will go to places. In foreign countries, in Western countries, these are the boys, they catch young and give them the necessary help support. While other groups are harnessing, capturing these young boys and girls, giving them the encouragement to go into inventions. What IPOB does is to head them on the streets and get killed. And people say we should not talk. Dr. Gemba, I have to apologize to you really. We can take hours to talk on this because this concerns our children, our brothers and our sisters. We cannot keep silent. Why misguided elements continue to misguide all these young, innocent boys and girls? Because that's how they cannot die and we go to market, to schools, to farms. No, we must stay back to among them. What we have to do is to stop that malady. We are warning towards this particular organized summit in Enugu. Any child, be you boy or girl, trying to disrupt that particular summit, you shall have yourself to blame. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And this is what we must warn all the parents.
Ikenna,
yes, go on, please.
I'm not against talking about the risk or educating our people, but I just want us to focus more on educating our people, drawing their attention, even with parents and letting them know, say, listen, to give instances, okay, for instance, I am sure that today there is a lot of so-called, not so-called. I am aware that there are IPOB supporters and members that are languishing in police detention and jails. Those who their parents cannot afford to
Yes. Their bail out. That is true.
To bail out. Or those who maybe went through the kangaroo court system and are facing all sorts of harsh punishment in Nigerian gulag. I call it gulag.
Yes.
Now, even those who were arrested, did they receive any help? Did they receive any sort of assistance towards either bailing them out or the court appearance or whatever? Now, you succeeded to bring out these people in the street. What we should be doing, where we should concentrate is to educate these people, these young people, educate their parents, their guardians, those who are going to pay for them to be treated, those who will pay for them to be released from detention, those who will pay for them to be defended in court. This is where we are going to concentrate. These are the people we should concentrate on. Tell these people, listen, we want Biafra. We also are fighting for Biafra. But there is a better way. There are different ways of approaching it without getting yourself killed. If we lose all our young people, the best of our best, and then when Biafra comes, what will be the when there's no need? If we are at war, if we have declared the war, if we have said now, let us now, we have been pushed to the wall. We don't have any other option than to defend ourselves. Let's go. Then everybody will be involved. Plans will be put in place for that to be accomplished. But not to obey instructions on the radio. You don't know the person you are talking to. The person giving you the instruction has not visited Nigeria for the past 10, 20 years. And he is sitting in his comfort zone in different parts of the world, dishing out instruction, asking you to come on the street to be killed without any help. Even those who are wounded cannot be taken to hospital and be taken care of. They will be disabled for life. For what? I mean, if this is what freedom fighting is all about, I am not part of it. So that is where we should focus our attention and forget exposing and also exposing their lives, which is partially what we are doing. So it is important that we expose them for who they are, that they are a limited liability company, that they are a private limited company that are paying tax, if at all they are paying tax, contributing money, raising up, paying tax, paying accountants or whatever to produce accounts to be given to this thing. Some of them receiving salaries without paying tax. You see, there is a lot of things going on, of which if we are to operate on it or alert authorities of what is happening, they will say, oh, we are reporting each other. There is a lot of crime. Some of our people are using IPOB to commit a lot of crime in the United Kingdom because tax evasion is a criminal offense.
Exactly.
Tax evasion is a criminal offense. If you are receiving income and you are not paying tax on it, it's a criminal offense. And some of them I don't want to go into detail. I have been pushed, and characteristically, I choose not to lose my head. I am keeping quiet, but at the right time, I will stop keeping quiet. But for the interest of Biafra, for now, I will keep hold or keep quiet about certain things. But please, those who are listening to this program, those who have the opportunity to reach some people, tell them, I have relations. I get them to be involved in Biafra. But the last thing I will do is to get them out to go and die on the street without knowing the reason for which they are dying. Anybody I instruct to do something and the person suffers consequences as a result, the person should blame me. But when I send someone to die, the blood of that person will be on my head. And this is what is going to happen. Listen, when Biafra comes, we are going to make sure that those who are sending out Biafrans to die will not go scot-free. They will pay for it. So, my brother, that's what we should do. Let the people educate people to do the right thing. We want Biafra. We want to get it in a way with the minimal loss of blood. I am aware that in freedom fighting, there will be loss of life, yes. But you should know the reason for which you are dying. You should know who is sending you out to die and for what. Because when you are sent somebody for a message to do something, you must give the person the tool to do that job for which you are sending the person to. To send somebody to die, to go and confront military men with the sophisticated weapons and tanks, and bulletproof body armor and victims. You send them out with slippers, bare chested, not even ordinary proper clothing. Topless and give them catapult and the stone to go and convert. That is criminal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Egemba. And that is true. You send out boys and girls empty-handed, only with mud, sand, broken bottles, broken wood or stick to go and fight military men well armed. I don't know how to describe it, but even more foolish are those who obey such instruction coming from absentee landlords. This is what we are saying. They should stop deceiving our people. Here in Germany, their members are facing deportation. Their members on asylum are facing deportation because letters they produce from IPOB to guarantee their stay in Germany were all torn down because the German government, the European Union, does not recognize that authority. Today they ask us, please, German authority says only Mr. Rafael Wazirika of bim-massob, they will recognize his signature. They are now coming, please, help us talk to him. The very man you castigated, the very man you denigrated, the very man you disparaged. Now you want his signature. You now come to the full realization that he is in charge. Let us tell you, there is no duplication in nature. This is what nature forbids. But day in, day out, because of selfish gains, interests, inordinate ambition, we keep on disobeying constituted authority because we want to come to the limelight. Using lies to fool our people. It's true we are taking time to hammer on this topic, but then we have to do so for the interest of our people who are always misguided. Enough is enough. The herdsmen are there. General Teofil Danjuma gave us a testimony. I use the word testimony in parentheses. That these people are real. Why not channel our energy towards checkmating their growing excesses, towards protecting Biafra land, towards protecting our population, men and women. Instead of doing this, you are threatening our aged parents with blood. Meaning what? We keep on saying it. Vincent Ekene said it earlier on. It's an abomination for children to insult the elders. In Igbo land in particular, Owaro. What are the okay? Owaro. Even the Bible, when a child begins to insult the elders, his days are numbered. We should stop this rubbish. If you have nothing to offer, go home. We should understand. And we are prepared to take care of you. But not to day in there and continue to cause confusion. Jude Chijoki, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Ikenna. First of all, I would like to tell fellow Biafrans that is listening currently, Happy Easter to you all. I really wish you all a very good Easter in Christ's name. Just as Christ has risen, and so shall we rise above all our challenges in Christ's name. Amen. And come to the topic, or let's say the topic of the day. Each time we come up with the topic of IPOB, I usually see a lot of anger or bitterness in our own people, because most of us feels that these people are distracting the struggle, as a whole. For me, there are a lot of areas where IPOB can channel its manpower if they are really sincere in getting Biafra. But
and organize.
Yes, thank you very much, Egemba. So, and it will be it is, in fact, I don't know how to put this. You find out that the same people, they continue to channel their manpower, their energy, resources, strength to the areas that will make Biafra realizable, that will make Biafra comes more faster. It doesn't give joy. And let's say I agree with the notion that said you don't argue with a fool. I see most of the followers.
Yeah.
Yes, I see most of the followers, of IPOB, because I call them followers. I see them as followers. I regard them as the fools here, because I prefer talking to the leaders of IPOB, those ones that does not always come online or show their faces. Those ones that usually give this how they call it chain of command, or command, and if you obey before complain or something. I don't know how they.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Command and control. I prefer having long chat with their leaders, because they are the one who put them in such condition. They are the ones.
Can I add something for you here? Sorry, I know it's rude to interrupt, but let me add something here quickly. Now, you don't expect them to come out because they hide under their comfort zone, because they don't have anything to offer. They don't have any plan. Apart from insulting, this is a challenge. If anybody is listening, pass message to them, or write it to them, or pass it on to them, because I don't have any means to reach them, or I don't want to. They do not have any plan. I repeat, they do not have any plan. P-L-A-N, plan. That's none. Now, listen. In freedom fighting, there are stages, there are plans, there are levels you have to go through. They do not have any plan other than insulting.
other than criticizing, other than giving remote control order.
Collecting money.
Other than
collecting money.
using the name of Biafra to collect money for people to donate money for them that will go into private. Now, the question is, all this money that has been contributed in the name of Biafra since 2011, where is it? We are talking of hundreds of thousands of dollars a pound, millions of naira. Where are they? They said they will give accounts. They will give accounts. Give accounts to who? For what? Go type in. Go to the Inland Revenue or to the government office or even Google. You find out their number. Request for the account. Then and see what you are doing. So, other than collecting money and insulting to justify the money you are being paid, and sending out people to die and to insult people, that is their only plan. Proper articulated plan. Say, this year and next year, or this year, this month, this is what we are going to do towards actualizing Biafra. There's nothing like that.
Yes.
They will tell you, say, if they did not give us Biafra by the end of so and so this is, XYZ will happen. The year will come and fly and go, nothing happens. You don't use the word to give. Anybody, let me use this opportunity to say, anybody who uses the word to give in relation to Biafra, that person is a fool. Anybody who says, if they don't give us Biafra, who is there?
That's the question.
Who is going to give you? Have you ever seen
and they claim they're giving?
Sorry, that's what. So, if you, the best thing we will do is to educate their so-called followers. Remember that they are on oath of allegiance to one person, not oath of allegiance to Biafra. People take oaths. I have taken oath of allegiance to Biafra and not to one man, and I can never take oath in the name of one man.
Yes,
my brother, it is very, very unfair.
Yes,
what our people, and it is because of this lies and deception in the name of Biafra. That is why it is difficult for us to get Biafra. That is why it has been difficult, and that is why we have not made progress. Because mechanics, we don't know who is who within the Biafran struggle again. That is our problem.
Yes,
that is our problem. We don't know who is who in the Biafran struggle. Sorry, my brother. Sorry to.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our brother Ohurogu Felix, one of our brothers Ohurogu Felix is saying that all these people in our midst who are causing these problems, or not until we flush them out, will we see Biafra. We have to commend you, our brother Felix, but we are here to inform and to build. We don't kill. We are here against anybody threatening our people. We are here to lead our people to promised land alive, not to kill anybody. So anybody that dies will have died either due to accidents of one's own making or naturally. But we don't want our people to die, and we don't preach that at all. Not even our enemy would we want them to die. But however, I understand their passion. What they're trying to say is that we have to ignore all these saboteurs, all these people who are threatening our people. This is what you are saying in effect, that we must ignore them to move forward. And indeed, we must ignore them. Don't forget, here was a group or a leader some time ago who said, oh, they have out of 10 states of Biafra, they have given me 8, remaining 2. That is Kogi and Rivers. Or rather, Benue and Rivers. I laughed. I just laughed. They have given me, or they gave me 8 states. They choose to give me Rivers and Benue. You can imagine that. That was what the leader said. I listened to him. Then
This is their supporters and do they ask questions?
That is the question.
The danger of command and
good.
You
And
are not allowed to ask questions.
you know what I asked them? You are looking for 10 stairs. 10, south is south, including Edo. That is 10 stairs. You are looking for 10 stairs. You were offered 8 on a platter of gold. You didn't go home with the 8. Get equipped. Come back for the rest too. Because they said, show me where to stand and I move the earth. You didn't go home with the 8, allowing Benue and Rivers to join voluntarily. You said you refused. I wondered, is this man mentally deranged or what? And his rabble rousers were clapping. Oh, today, where are the 8 steps of the Biafra? Where are the 8 steps?
Under oath.
Under oath and
tell me, where are the 8 steps now? Listen, you are there. Sorry, Manuel, all of you are there. Where are Valentine God? Of course, you are there. Tell me, where are the 8 steps he was given on a platter of gold? Where are the 8 steps?
The 19 or he says 6
okay, excuse me. Assuming we have the 8 steps now. Will we be talking here this evening? Biafra is already giving to us 8 steps of Biafra. Give us only 5 steps of southeast. We're okay. And you were giving 8. You start making noise.
You see,
this is witness.
You people you were giving. Who gave you?
That is the question. That is the question where I asked them. Who gave you? Buhari was sick in London. Who gave you the 8 steps? And on what criteria? Tell me this confusion. He went to Rivers and said, I will make Rivers protect the capital of Biafra land. He went to, where was it again? Arambra. I will make all the capital of. Just imagine that recycling madness. And they say we should not talk. I can hear Kwoku Makia, we have Basra Libo. Or we have Panire Biafra land. I can Kwoku, Hadai, Makana, our brothers and sisters had to receive. Now you know this happen. Now we get men on I get better. Nahagamu. Isia head medition order. All Isia head medition order. Can you go back and this have no preaching? Only I cannot US no preaching or Warner. Only I cannot Austria no preaching or Warner. Only I cannot Ivory Coast or no preaching or Warner. Ya know we have Black Grosso or Warner. Because for you to run away from the battlefield, you have gone contrary to that particular oath, which you said, Biafra or death. When it was time for Biafra or death, what happened? Jude, please go on. I'm sorry to we are sorry to have interrupted you. Jude, just go on.
Yes, thank you very much, Ikenna. I would like to thank Dr. Agemba, for pointing out, some of the facts as well. Because the area that I'm actually heading is to make it clear that the people that I blame so much are they are so-called leaders. They are the ones who put their followers in such a position. Then it is the responsibility of their leaders as well. Because when they were placed on oath and they were meant to, they were told either to abuse, they use them as I don't know how to call them, a dog or something of that nature, to chase and harass anybody who is not talking in their own favor. So they use blackmail, intimidation, and all kinds of form. And today, someone that you have placed under oath, imagine the person doesn't want to die, and today the same so-called leader that placed you under oath is nowhere to be found. You see, that is when I know that it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult to revive most of them. It will be very difficult to recall most of them. I know that a lot of them have, realized their mistakes. A lot are, gradually, a lot have went into hiding. A lot of them have, they don't talk these days. But there are those ones who felt that, since this is not going to come through us, it can through any other person. That is the reason why you see them abusing people here and there. They create different, accounts on Facebook and different social media, only for them to come online to abuse people, insult people in the name of Biafra, trying to make Biafra, they don't even market Biafra, they don't sell Biafra to the outside world. They don't try to convince people that, by chances or by trying to convince them that voluntarily to support the idea of Biafra. They believe in intimidation. They will tell you if either you want Biafra or you will die. I would not be wondering, is it the same people that we are trying to convince that this, people are threatening? It is really a mess. Because you can imagine today, Ohaneze, they will blame, insult Ohaneze. Tomorrow, they will abuse, insult President Buhari. Next tomorrow, they is either they face Governor Okezie Bazu or Nyawodo. Tomorrow again, you will hear referendum today, referendum tomorrow, no election today, no election tomorrow, and so on and so forth.
Okay, please hold on, please. Let me correct one impression before I forget. Our brother Ohrok Felix said I misquoted him. What he said is this: until these Judases, the Judas in our midst, is dead, not until he is killed or until they are killed. So I'm sorry for that. He said until they are dead on their own, then maybe there won't be peace. So all he's saying that when they disturb our peace, let nature take its course. For example, he said, when Judas Iscariot that betrayed Christ Jesus was out of the scene, there was order, peace among the rest 11. This is what Ohrok Felix is saying, trying to correct my misquoting him. Thank you very much, my brother Felix. I've corrected that impression, and we thank you so much for being up to date. Chijoke.
Okay, thank you very much, Ikenna. So, like I am saying, they have been so much, these people have been so much misled to the point, it will take time. It will take time, to actually to bring these people back in the full form. And, it is sad that such a thing, after we experience all this, during the period that we are experiencing all this, that the government of Nigeria then pronounced the same people a terrorist, which when they were pronounced terrorists, even the bim-massob was not happy, with that, name IPOB being pronounced as a terrorist by the Nigerian government, because the name IPOB, we know what the name stands for, but it's just unfortunate that a man that we never knew his background very well, actually come and hijacked such a name and then make it now becomes ignorant people. That is how we can now differentiate the difference between this IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, and this other IPOB, ignorant people of Biafra, because these people are so ignorant. These people are actually out for a particular, mission to destroy everything concerning Biafra, and that is where I'm thanking God that the leader of bim-massob, is still there to correct every wrong impression and to assure the world that the Biafran struggle can and will never go violence. We are peaceful, loving people, and then each of those people that usually cause this problem, we are challenging them to go and meet their so-called and ask them questions. Where is the money that we have been for various projects? Where is their office? That is exactly what I asked one of a member of IPOB. When he was talking, I just asked him, please tell go and locate the office of IPOB. I think he stopped talking and they started abusing, and I said, I am not going to exchange words with you. I think go and meet those people who put you in such condition to lift the cause or to lift whatever they have planted in them. So I think the message should be very, very clear here that we are here represent whoever that is listening to this program, should get the facts clear that bim-massob are the ones who brought this struggle, and they are the ones who are still championing this struggle, and they welcomed every group. They welcomed even new group are ready to come and join the struggle, provided you don't go violence. But in the issue of IPOB, let's just put it that way. I think I don't like devote my time talking about them, but whenever such an issue or it appears to be a topic, I always like to point out the fact that they should go back to the drawing board and sit down and make their own corrections. And by making their correction, they ensure that they channel whatever that is left. Because you can't tell me that a leader that ran away is still your leader. A leader that you call the supreme one and whatever is still nowhere to be found. Then what is the supreme? What is supreme about him then? So to me, I think I have to stop here and for others to contribute.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you so much. You see, every other group is making efforts towards reconciliation for the sake of Biafra. Right now, Bilie is working in tandem with bim-massob. Some weeks ago, Sister Rita Debok, the DG of mobbing, asked me to book an appointment with Chief Owasuke for her and her group to go and discuss with him on how to bring our people together towards Biafra actualization. Equally spoke with, I speak with him from time to time. He is making concerted effort towards bringing our people together. In anything they are organizing, he will send a letter to me to send our boss to come and represent. This is the spirit of Biafra. It is only IPOB Limited that has refused to compromise their stand and work in the interest of Biafra. And as we begin to ask, what is the problem with them? Biafra carry Ofonye, and let it be true. This noise making cannot help us, and we are telling them we are prepared for anything, much as we don't make noise about it. My joy is that this noise making ends on the 6th of Europe. This week in Brussels, this week in Milan, or this week in Madrid, and here and there. What for? What for? Why road show when the job is in Biafra land? Something to be done is in Biafra land. Why disrupting the peace of Europe? Selling T-shirts, moving up and down, making big business. Where goes the money? Today, we don't have ordinary catapult to shoot the herdsman. Ordinary machete, not even knife, machete. We don't have. The term command and control, or control and command, whatever it is called. Ondi shihari la bakeshala, arishe bubede ha. Onyi shablaga, bronni na ya, arishe bubede ha. Onyi arishi gebu we small boy on the road. Nengwe di homa. Arishe elect, kedeba grado ya. Ebro ihenda badish not there biye ge sinerazu. Imagine. So stop that rubbish. There is nothing like oath taking. It does not work. It is not efficacious. People who do that are merely swindling you. They are deceiving you. They are hoodwinking you. It doesn't help. If this thing is very, very efficacious, as they say, how come that all their frontline leaders are now fractional leaders not agreeing with one another? Go to Facebook and see the altercations that are heaping on one another day in, day out. Biafra must be, and anybody who stands on our way must be disciplined. We are tired of this rubbish. Valentine Ogoji in Port Harcourt. Are you still with us? You have been waiting for long. Valentine Ogoji, are you still there with us? You have been waiting for long? Okay. Maybe we have lost you.
Hello, Ikenna. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. You're welcome to the program.
I want to say hello to fellow Biafrans. I want to greet every Biafran tonight. I'm Masindo Manegenti, Kachinin God I want to start. There was a time I sent a message on Messenger to Uche Mefo when those protests were going on. I asked him why he was sending out our boys to come out in the cold and die. He replied, he said, Valentine, why are you talking like this?
He replied and said what?
Why is he talking like that?
30th of May 2016. When you look at what happened at the street of Mpo, you see the blood of our young Biafrans on the streets. All of them were massacred and they were killed because of brainwashing. But today, I want to make us to understand that all this noise cannot lead us to anywhere. All this noise cannot take us to anywhere because this man does not have plan for Biafra Republic. All they have is the plan for their pocket, to enrich their pocket, to enlarge their pocket, to enlarge their family and what have you. If you look at how they go about insulting our elders, insulting everybody, talking bad of everybody, if you try to correct them, they will tag you abattoir. They will tell you that you are not fighting for Biafra. They will tell you that you are a Nigerian contractor, that you are working for Nigeria, not knowing that their men are the ones working for Nigeria. I could remember in the year 2012 when Nnamdi Kanu led a protest for one Nigeria in London. And when he saw that it is not working, he switched over to Biafra struggle, to use Biafra to deceive our people. But today, I believe that some of them are understanding the truth. Some of them are now breaking away from where they took the oath, the command and control and what have you. And now they are having sectional meetings where they now stand out and know that yes, this young man is taking us nowhere. And when you come on Facebook, you see them fight each other, like not like what have you. So what I am trying to let our people know is this: any man, any woman that is telling you that oath taking does this, does that, don't listen to that person. Any man that is telling you to insult your elder, insult your this or that, don't listen to that person. Because how do you feel when a man insults your father? That is how it is when you see somebody insulting an elder. Now, when you look at Emma Powerful telling us that blood will be shed if Ohaneze tries to hold a meeting, tell him to come and lead that protest that will shed that blood. You will not see him anywhere around Enugu that day. But he has gone to the media and tell them to pass the message for his fools to go to Enugu and die. And tomorrow he will come and pay on paper and tell us that, hey, that Nigerian soldiers have killed Biafrans. But this is a way for them to make it look as if they are doing something, to make it look like they are working, so that people will think, yes, they are really fighting for Biafra, why they are the real enemies of Biafra. I could remember in 2010, they told Wazirike that he's going to destroy him and destroy the struggle. And he went out and started doing that. But glory be to God that all his efforts were abortive. They did not yield any goal, though he tried his best. So what I want us to know is this: that God is out to help us actualize our dreams. And in less than no time, by the grace of God, we will get whatsoever we have. This is all I have to say tonight. Thank you, fellow Biafrans.
Thank you so much. Of course, while you were talking to fellow Biafrans, some of their members listen to the program. You know, we are writing rubbish. You know, the normal way of threatening. Watch your back, watch your back.
Ikenna, can I make a comment about this oath of a day?
Okay, go on, please.
Now, anybody who knows what is oath or I have taken one in the name of Biafra. I will not say on air where, how, and what. But I can tell you the process, and I want, or I challenge anybody who actually knows what abiding oath that is abiding supposed to be is. Now, this is exactly how it was administered on me. I removed my shoe and my stocking, and my foot there was on the land, on the grass, communicating with the earth. I stepped on foot on, and that was in the Biafra land. Allah, Allah, Ane, Allah. You have to stand on the ground with your foot, communicating with the Allah, invariably with the ancestors, the owners of the land. That's number one. Number two, aja from the same ground, pure aja, sand, mixed it with manually oil, red palm oil, then and orge. Then they read out the whatever. That one of the lines, I'm not going to go into details, one of the lines that anytime, any day, anywhere, I will betray the Biafran struggle in any way, in any shape, in any form. Me, my generation, dead and alive, and in future, will never see peace. Not inside the house. The heaven and earth, we are living witnesses of what was going on. That is what I call oath. You are communicating with the land, Ada, the Ane, and heaven is bearing witness. I am stepping on the foot, on the ground, nothing, fucking removed, everything. And it was by my self-will, no, it was not a condition. If I want to, 26 points by force. And this is, what is it? Like, those of you who, it's only that I don't know where I will find it. I'm quite sure that some of you must have seen the letter, the statement. It is ordinary oath of a legend, and not oath that can kill human beings. And you don't do oath that is effective, that is deadly, with your full clothes on, with your shoe on, with your stocking on. Ada is not involved. Astrology is not involved. Some of these things are not involved. Remember, this was in Biafra land, not outside. Orji is indigenous to our people. The Orji or Ojibo. Mano or Manuini Emetranadi. Nalabia. So, anytime, I don't even need anybody to tell me not to do anything contrary. And if it has not crossed my mind, it will never cross my mind. What is it that I'm going to do to betray Biafra? I can never do this. Even with or without oath. What is life? What is life? Death. Or again, you don't know what is going to happen. Why will I, because of me as an individual, what is it that I'm going to benefit? I'm going to gain that will be more important than the life of more than 50 million people, including if you ask the dead and their offspring, they are suffering. What is it that I am going to gain that will be more than that of millions and millions of people? So whenever anybody is talking about oath, those
If you have taken this oath and you are listening to me now, search your conscience. Ask yourself, what is this oath for? Who did I take oath for? What is it for? To defend who? Oath of allegiance to one person. Come on. Even Hausa and the Yoruba people that have monarchic system, they don't do that by oath. Talk less of Igbo people who, from time immemorial, we are self-conscious, self-aware, independent-minded. And that is why the colonizers of Nigeria and the half of the entire world are not happy with us because of our self-mindedness, our self-awareness. They are not happy with it. We are not easily, we don't succumb easily to command and control. Anybody who succumbs to command and control is not fit to be a Biafran. Anybody who submits to command and control is not Igbo. Because Igbo people, to which I am grateful to God, I am honored and privileged to be born into, do not accept command and control. Not even from their own parents. If it, as I always say, if it is a mistake, let us blame God. I don't blame any other person because God created us and planted us in that part of the world. He gave us that self-awareness. He put it into us. So it is not a mistake. Ishikane, if you like, call it Ishike. These are semantics, all sorts of misunderstandings. Understand real Igbo people. You know that they are one of the most perfect people on earth. Let me put it that way. Forget all this things. So, if you are a commander and a controller, go and look for who to command and control, not Igbo people, not Biafra people. We cannot be controlled. We cannot be commanded. But that does not mean that we don't obey others. That doesn't mean that we
please give me 1 minute to add something to what you are saying, please.
Please come in.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, please.
Yeah, please, excellent. Hold on, please. Excellent, hold on, please. Excellent, before coming, our brother Kenneth Tumono, we have noted their suggestions. Yeah, they are not out of order. This is exactly in line with what we are discussing here. Our brother Kenneth Tumono, we thank you for your suggestions. That's exactly what we are discussing. You are welcome. Excellent, back to you.
Hello?
Yeah, go on.
Ed?
Go on, please. Go on, we are listening.
Yeah, please, let me correct that word, command and control. Command and control means that is a slave master language to its slaves. What's the other language, command and control? It means slavery. Slavery, that means you have no right to ask questions. You have no right to talk. You have no right to condemn anything. You have no right to whatever your master says is what you will accept. That is command and control. You have no right to stand for your right. If your that's why they go and die like animals. When your director commands you to go and die, you go and die. That's command and control. Nothing like I said, nothing like asking questions. Nothing like, why must I do that? Just accept it the way I said it. Even if it will take your head, go ahead. Even if it will wipe away your family, I have command and control you. That means you have no single right of your own. No freedom of speech. No freedom of worship.
You don't have
No
mind
freedom
of
of
your own.
anything. You are going under new bondage, new satanic bondage,
That is zombie.
in the name of fighting for Biafra. You don't have any right to defend yourself. Yes, let me make it point. This very clear. There's nothing different between
Thank you for that
IPOB
correction, my
government
brother.
and
Thank
Nigerian
you.
government.
It's well taken.
There's no single difference.
Well taken.
They are
Yeah.
one people with one character, where you don't have right to say anything. Once you ask question to Nnamdi Kanu, you are sacked, you are fired.
Exactly.
Because you ask a question. Once you bring suggestion that is against his own, you are fired. You have compromised. This is how this struggle is going since. They will take that the Council of Elders has compromised. You ask them, what do they do to compromise? Oh, you're asking me a question, you are fired. Tiago has suspended from being the Malaysia coordinator. Director, why do you sack Ike? Why do you do so? You too, you are fired. Why do you ask me a question? That means intimidation upon intimidation. Command and control means intimidation, frustration.
That is true.
First accused. So that thing, they brought it and used it to take oath, to hold our people in captive, for them to do whatever they asked them to do. Then at the end of the day, what happened? Where is Imam Mezi? Where is Imam Mezi?
Where is
Where is Clifford?
Where is Onyemio?
Where is Onyemio?
Where is
None of
Irania?
them.
Where is Irania?
Where are Clifford? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found now. They are on their own.
Even here in the city of Munich, and with different factions. And with different factions, they don't agree, they don't see eye to eye. Even yesterday, I heard that one of the factions, they have just, packed and gone home. They no longer operate. They now ask others to go their separate ways and do whatever they like. Reasons? Because the letters they gave them to guarantee their asylum status here were rejected, except the one written by Mr. They say that for Wasika of myself. Now, what is happening? The house is set asunder. How come that this particular oath is not killing the leaders? Excuse me. Ofuni had one 2 weeks ago. Na ebe ha gara television no ima ha iche ihe oge winter now. Winter just ended or just ended. Ha iche winter shoes, jacket. Then buy na one place or one room or water red wine. Red wine can have biscuit. So I share among themselves. How could we be taking red wine and biscuit? That's saying that this. Could you imagine that red wine? Honestly, red wine can handle not that biscuit. That's a handle dish.
How will you communion?
Let it be good yourself, but let it be in Biafra land, the place you are fighting for.
That is it. And talking about seniority, another thing I wanted to add here, my brother, which you can have touched on before, is this issue of respect and seniority in Igbo land. That is an area I don't think that anybody has done any scientific research about. But it doesn't even want to research it, because in every Igbo community, seniority rules. In every Igbo community, seniority rules. I am from Umbise, even if from my family. Only if the person, even if it is by one day. Now, there I go, in a da and dead. You know, da dead. When they are for da and dead, they carry them. And that is the way we show seniority. Da and ga. Just da. In a way, it's a sort of a way of seniority to show you respect. Da nka, this is or da da before or ahonya, dead before or ahonya or dead only the.
Yeah, that's it.
Main Igbo society like that. Show out of respect. Talk less of nage, but only more nage, or the person who is old enough to be your father. Or old enough to be a senior brother. Talk less of a grand. You are coming out and be talking rubbish or that. And if it's because of our elders, I'm not calling against Uma ma local church ma ya. Ana abuku umutakiri ọnụ. Ana if you say the law of nature takes you here. Ndị okenye a na-abụzi ọnụ. Ndị a na-abụ ọnụ, they will not do anything.
Exactly.
They will just put it philosophically. One, ihe mere. Ndị ka gị ma ọ bụ ndị nke gị ma ọ bụ ga-emekwa gị ihe mere onye ga-eme. Just a philosophical way of saying it's up to you. Ihe mere ya bụrụ not mma. Onye ha akara agaka n'ebi Chineke ngwa nye nwa. That is it. You are gone.
In the Budi Kamkoke and Igbo, I'm one of my cousins. Onye kata nsogbu na the entire family, nye kata nsogbu at a point. Or is it onye ola bashale and also? Oh my God, send them what I got kaya, or not got walk. What the whole idea? No, do you hold on here? Or send a job we put everybody down. All they got on your bola. All make kata here. Many our grandfather, papa, the biological father, because my dad was same father, but different mothers. All make kata many our own grandfather, my own grandfather. This my grandfather won't say. All your way was an ozone alibu. My grandfather choose an ozone. All make kata my grandfather. Anya many apu what him nanya. Anya many apu nanya. He had me before me. He had me before me. My grandfather has some lovely hair. Oh no, God, Bongwe walk on us, no, that we have an idea.
That person is gone. Finito.
Get him, man. Can they make a name and go on us? I got a cheap yaga, where our grandfather got walk where go now, Rome. Roy, because of what would I would have knocked down who's my grandfather, but he made that 100 when they work him mother. Hapo for a say here wouldn't I give who's you get to the mortuary. I can't help us Susan Hoparo. Rotem now, what give you where every son of my grandfather, oh, where on your old Bichaludo, even about a village. But this person and the couple where you know my grandfather, because my father is the first son. So, open where you know our grandfather, which belongs to my dad by right. Though my dad is left, which belongs to my elder brother by right. So, okay, be Abraham. When I will say I'm going to don't care so Japan. Tell me, a beck of now. But on a baby, now, but okay, insulting you, my own biological father, my own uncle who died 2015 was at school, or Aria Yaseki 4 years, Dabrion. Him the queer air, no matter. I am here Zururu, I enjoy why you're not today. Ndos on a Ganihu, then I got abroad Naga. Yeah, what abroad, can I get one community in Igbo sector, call it compare. Abroad, there one neighboring community. A corner, Bruno, my grandfather. I am Ramway and who know my grandfather? We don't know near the Pushella, or you get busy. He had not talk causing that for I could do that to Yaga. But if I move for the Biafra memory, according to that, this is what you are saying. You don't have to insult the elders. But also, prayer will. And an example before. On ye, you could be working because all our brother Papa will maybe we would have child okay, no a village. Okay, up here. I would have a cook. Here about our brothers in IPOB. Bikono. Una Barewlando key and then the Munayona Barewla. I make that mistake. Man, at a certain age, they behave like children. Una Hapaga have tolerate them. They do your own way, Game, Gabutra you organium, and stop disturbing our elders. Stop disturbing Ohanese. Ohanese is not an obstacle to our Biafra struggle. Don't forget that these are the elders that fought the Biafra war. 1967, 1970. Where were you that time? Do you expect them to fight the second civil war and hand you over the victory flag without you contributing anything? They have done their best. It is left for you to go into the battlefield and bring back the head of John the or was it head of who? Is that John the Baptist? Of course, nobody will bring the head of John the Baptist. We're talking of the Herod and the Pilate.
Let them. How about trying to just let me say it.
Oh, they said he said he will bring it back. Now, what is it today? That is a problem. what you cannot accomplish, what you cannot accomplish, you execute. No need the journal, they watch Biafra or death. Only the press, yes, the papers. I'm a war. Oh my God, brother, who believed in Biafra? And I'm now watching YouTube some time ago, not up to 2 months now. A young boy, a girl, I think the girl was around the 9 years or so. The boy was around 7 or 6 years. Papa has my head. The 2 little children, one 9 years, the other one 7 years. So you can go school fees. Look at that. Because their father died foolishly to go and get empty house when the inmate escaped 2 days before the time. We are talking of retributive justice. You might be the predator, hounding the prey. You have upper hand because you have the wherewithal to do it. But there is a way nature unleashes nemesis. And you, the predator, nature takes care of you. I have always said it, that nature's laws are quite adamantine, inviolable. You cannot contradict nature's law and escape unscathed. You must get the consequences, manifold. Christ Jesus would say, whatever you sow, that you shall reap. You shall, not you will. I emphasized last time, if you say you will in the second person singular, it is probability. But when you use shall, it is a must. This is English semantics. Whatever you sow, that you shall reap is inviolable. So all these atrocities we are committing, some people are committing in the name of Biafra. Mark my words. Mark my words. They are going to suffer the consequences manifold. Biafra is God's creation on earth. Let us not toy with it. Let us tell our people the truth.
Toy with it at your own risk.
Let us not toy with Biafra. Tell our people the truth. If it's only 1 or 2 persons that agree with you, one day the number will increase. Stop telling our people lies because you want to have your way. It was in Germany here I fell apart from the IPOB leader. Gini America, I'm coming as to see you. Oberi made broadcast in Germany. Somewhere in Mozambique, one riverine area in Mozambique, and with some fishing boats, fishermen, and 1 or 2 persons wearing a kind of military camouflage. Anybody with the flags, I mean the colors of the Mozambican flag, the same colors like the Biafran flag, but different designs, positioning. Now, what the IPOB leader, the boats of Mozambican flag, Mozambican flag, Gamaria, my computer design, Mezia was a Biafran flag. Ye Germany. Now, on here. They here one guy Israel. Now they train Biafrans preparatory to storming Nigeria come 2014 after the expedition of this 100 years. Now, my brothers, my sisters, innocent human beings who are having passion for Biafra, Ekwere, Giri mere, Emana Madhala Bianca, Edge my iPhone. Press, you need to have what react to my site in the Chaya, and complete their site. Press or you hear about Tramia. That moment about the young Mozambican flag, the same boat, the same position, the same number of people there. Put here side by side. IPOB that we can see. What are you telling us? Here, an example African Center, Afro Zentrum, here in the city of Munich, not up to 500 meters from where we are broadcasting now. Only not up to 1,000 meters. What are you telling us? Look at the background, look at the boats, look at the number of people, look at the fishermen. The same thing here. The only difference that why this was the original Biafra Mozambican flag, the one you presented, Biafra flag, And they are telling us these are the
what they
Israelis.
do. They will use something to go and superimpose
Exactly.
on it.
That was the genesis of my problem. That was the genesis of my problem with him. That was the genesis of my problem with him. That moment he considered me as a threat. I was in command here that time. I was
because all my here.
Exactly.
They will discredit you.
That was the problem we had. The next broadcast, I called, he refused to pick my call. When I was talking, he blocked me.
Yes. Simple. That is the modus operandi.
Yes. And I told them, no, this is not a lie. That very day, I knew no Biafra struggle. That he really had paid to convince some people who do not know. Oh, my Kekure, but instead, no, na Agram school, carry again. I come on a website, he is sure. Go see how do you convince us that you are sincere in this struggle? Whiter than snow. Yes, that was it. Ihe anyị na-agwa the Biafran people, ndị Igbo, onye ọbụla jide eziokwu, onye ọbụla jide ogu, jide ọfọ, gị were ogu jide ọfọ, ịma na mgbe ụfọdụ na-asị na asọ mgbe omenala dị, ihe ọbụla ekwuru aka ọlụ ọfọ, go and try the contrary, see the consequences. Anyị were n'ogu gba ndị anyị na-achị na ndị na-achị anyị n'eziokwu. Ọ bụladị na ọ wụ ofu onye fọrọ anyị ewere eziokwu ka anyị ga-eji aga ije. Eziokwu ka anyị ga-eji aga ije. Ihe m na-ekwu ugbu a, which somebody, I would like to mention his name, I don't want to give you that popularity. Also, no, I say this thing happened in Afro Centrum. If I misquote, I won't be mentioning them. Afro Centrum at Boches Straße 69, where they call Obersendling, here in the city of Munich. I'm saying that Kotala. Boches 69, city of Munich, where they call Obersendling. If you want to go there, you use the train called U3. U3, it stops you, Obersendling, climb up, the next 400 meters you are there. Second floor. That was where it happened. I would like to mention names of those who were there. Those who were there are their current leaders in Germany, in Munich, Germany today. Of course, they're having crisis in their midst. A house built on sand, it doesn't last long. Mud house. That informs the reason why we have crisis here and there today in their midst. Thank you very much, various listeners and contributors who have patiently been waiting for us for the past, let me say, 3 hours of this particular broadcast. On behalf of the crew members of the Voice of Biafra International, we must pay compulsory gratitude to Dr. Chukwuma Egemba, who is always there with us, sacrificing convenience to make sure that our people see the light. We thank Vincent Ekene equally, who has always been there with us, giving his suggestions. Judy Chijoke is also there from time to time, talking to us from Lagos. Of course, Vincent Ekene is here in Germany. Uche Diji in Accra, HS Udeze in Japan, Ume Maslish in Lagos, Valentine Mugoji in Port Harcourt, Sunday Oti. I don't know, are you there? Before I call it again, let me give you audience. Sunday Oti, are you still there with us?
Before we close.
Okay, make it brief because more than 3 hours we started and we'll have to close. Otherwise, we shall be surcharged. Okay, make it brief, please.
Okay, thank you, my able moderator. And all those who are listening to us in today's edition, I want to say thank you. And my own contribution in this today's edition is an advice on what we have been discussing. I want to let you know that the first weapon we are going to use to fight this justice is for you to go right now and get your PVC, so that somebody come all the way from the Zamfara to vote somebody in as your governor, because it happens in Anambra State where they captured, even in Imo State it happened some time ago, and now they are gathering again in Abia State. so that during the election time, they are going to troop into Imo State to vote, as they are boasting that nothing will hinder them not to emerge as a governor of Imo State. I am telling you, your strength today is for you to go and get your PVC, so that those who are boasting, who have already sold their soul, to make sure that they bring these who are murdering our people, who are killing our mothers and our farmers, who are burning all the farmland in our land. The most important people you are going to get for me is for you to go and get your PVC, so that day you are not going to vote in these people that have sold their soul already. I am telling you, do not say I do not tell you. What Rochas is doing today, if we leave him there, he's going to get the in the within short period of time. Let them go and get their PVC and vote. Do not be deceived like you are being deceived in Anambra State. But by the grace of God, God used myself to intervene, and we do not leave the land to be left alone, or leave the land to the enemy's hands. Please, my people, I am begging you, do not be deceived. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Uche Didi. Of course, let me say, somebody who has been attacking since, let me mention his name now. He's not saying my brother. Felix Wachiku. We are not here to tell lies at all. What we are telling you is the truth and nothing but the truth. Felix Wachiku, if you doubt me, beyond the hour, contact me. Let me brief you more. And another person that is trying to say is all a lie is Solomon Wilson, telling me that he's here in Germany. Unfortunately, all the pictures he has here has English background. In Germany, if you go to market, you see verkaufen, but not to sell. So I wonder how he is at English background telling me he is here in Germany. So if you want to tell us lie, know that you are dealing with people who are more intelligent than you. Probably if he has visited Germany, of course, it could be under, I don't want to say that. Anyway, all of us pass through the same process. So we are here to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. And those who doubt what I'm saying, I wouldn't like to mention the name of their leader, because if I mention him now, he would think that I'm trying to, bring him down. No, we don't bring people down. People rather bring themselves down. What we are saying is that tell our people the gospel truth and nothing but the truth. And it's only this truth that will save us and give us Biafra. But when you keep on telling our people lies, hoodwinking them using oath and what have you, from year to year, from decade to decade, century to century, you shall remain a slave into your own instinct, and nothing will save you. I tell you the gospel truth. This is what you are going to bequeath to your children and children's children, knowing no particular terminal point except to hover in the desert of vast eternity. This is what we are saying. Tell our people the truth and let this truth govern Biafra, because this is a society we are going to build on God's fear. We are going to build Biafra with the fear of God, not that of the devil. And for us to make sure we build Biafra with the fear of God, this is the time for us to separate the wheat from the chaff. We thank you 1,000 times. Even our IPOB brothers who have been challenging since, is the beauty of democracy. It is a voice for all. This is Vobil. Voice for everybody, not only members of bim-massob, not only video human rights or whatever. It is also voice for IPOB boys, because that is why they have been writing since, and we are announcing, reading out what they are saying, which they wouldn't do in Radio Biafra London. They will disconnect you. We don't do that. We allow you to express your views, your opinion, because we learn from you equally. After all, from the ugly and the nauseating hills, the green plant sprouts into life, and we enjoy it.
And you can challenge them. Sorry, you can challenge them, not just to write in or to comment. Challenge them, give them opportunity. You encourage them or challenge them to phone in, to challenge, to debunk, to argue for or against whatever they are doing. Let them come out of their shell. Let them say the truth and shame the devil.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
The devil will suffer the wrath.
Okay.
Challenge them to come and debate.
Exactly.
will come and talk and say the truth. You give them as much time as possible. Nobody's going to cut them off.
Okay.
So let them bring their argument. Why do they think the way they do?
Okay.
What is the argument? Why? Let them come and educate us. If they convince us, we will follow them.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Felix Nwachukwu, the person I said that is at English background is somebody who was not you. Felix Nwachukwu, you say you're in Freiburg, Germany. But what happened in Munich, what we call München. It happened in Munich. And you were not in Munich that very day, but I was physically present. If you doubt me, ask Frederick Onyan. You know him very, very well. He's my tight friend. We meet every day. He's my good brother. Ask Frederick Onyan. He was physically present that very day. I don't want to mention another name. So, you are in Freiburg, 4 hours away from Germany, from Munich. 4 hours drive from the city of Munich. That is where you are, Freiburg. I am in München, in Munich. And therefore, I was there. And what happened before me. But thank you. I would like all of you to put up a challenge and contradict whatever I have asserted. During tomorrow, we shall regather to still discuss further on what concerns us and Biafra people. Okay, thank you so much, Felix. You have given me your German number. This is the Vodafone. But Felix, this is all the Vodafone now. We are not going 0152. You are still using 0162. This is all the Vodafone number, Felix. Anyway, that's by the way. I'll get in touch with you. So, thank you very much for everybody who has made wonderful contributions to this. Even from the opposition, we're able to learn much from you because the more we try to counter you, the more we gather more ideas to, feed you. We thank once again Dr. Chukwuma Gemba. We thank Vincent Ekene, Jude Chijoke, Echezana Udeze, Sonny Emmanuel Nwabisi, Ume Maslinos, Valentine Mogodi, Sunday Oti, Uche DG, and a host of others who have been part of this wonderful broadcast. We also thank our IPOB members, of course, Felix Nwachukwu, who again, Solomon Nwosu, and the very many others who have been countering. It is the beauty of democracy in Biafran struggle, because this is Voice of Biafra International. We accommodate all. We also thank Biafra Monopoly, who has been there countering the IPOB members. Of course, we must thank Daniel Okoha, Okengu, Victor Anoya, Umar Biafra Innocent, Emeka, where are they again? Very many of them, Ezoke Donatus, of course, and so on and so forth. Next time we shall be opportune to mention your names. For now, we have come to the end of this evening's broadcast. Tomorrow we are meeting again 7 p.m. Biafra time. We are here to satisfy you. Possibly, talk to us in Igbo language or English is acceptable. Any other
Biafra language.
Oh, any other Biafra, exactly. Any other Biafra language you are free to speak. I won't be Igbo, I won't be Biafra. Because when we get to Biafra, here I ask English only high gas. English is our second language or even third language. But we are going to speak Igbo as it is. German speak German, Russians speak Russian languages, Arabs speak Arabian language, all those people. We are going to speak Igbo language when the hour comes. This is our promise. So, Igbo language, all ka our children, everybody now, last time, everyone Lagos letter, see because no message. Move for accessible, because some of them not always joke. We apologize for everything. During tomorrow, on your chibo, yaso, on your chobeke, yaso, we are here for the interest of all. Thank you very much once again for being with us. And for the rest of the day, let us play some Biafra music.
Rabbi,
thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.